Warhammer. I like Warhammer. Today, we're going to talk about Primarch. Before we get into that, I just want to say this is going to be kind of a long video. So I'm not going to be mad if you don't watch the whole video. However, I would recommend you watch the whole video because I like the attention. I'm not going to lie. I get a little dopamine rush whenever you guys like and comment or follow. You know, a little shameless self-promote there. No, but in all seriousness, I'm happy you guys seem to like the videos and you guys listen to me talk. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you. But on that note, let's get into the video actually. So talking about Primarchs, I'd like to pose a question. Who do you think has the most tragic, rise and fall out of all the Primarchs? So the most typical answer, I think, and I think many of you would agree with me, Angron. Angron has a very tragic backstory. He's a very tragic, beginning, middle, and ending. He just never had a chance. I think that much is generally accepted by everybody. However, I think a very, very close contender would have to be Mortarion. See, I think the Pale King himself also, like Angron, did not have a chance to ever find any sort of respite or happiness at all. So imagine you're Mortarion, you're there, you're on Barbarous. Your father is this Xeno, witch king, constantly torturing you and just belittling you and making you hate psychers for what they are. Now you're free, you go down to where you are, you leave this high tower that you've been entrapped in, and you see everyone just dying and suffering from sickness and illness, and you're disgusted by this, this tyrant who is your father. So you decide to do something about it. You decide to make a rebellion, get these people to rebel, to fight. You go to challenge your father, and your actual father comes down from space and essentially says, son, you have two options. You join me and bend the knee, or you go try to fight your space witch father and, do whatever you want. So you go, you try to do things your way, and it doesn't work. This poison that guards the tower is too much even for you. But Space Dad says, LOL, you suck. Goes, kills the witch father. Now you're stuck serving another tyrant. Immediately, you're full of, and it's just self-loathing from Mortarion's standpoint. He's a hypocrite, and I understand that, and I think genuinely, for the most part, his characterization is that, and a lot of people get turned off by that. But personally, I think him being a hypocrite and him being just self-loathing and just a general bastard really makes his character appeal to me, as he's just tragic. His best friend, Typhon, sells out the whole Legion to Nurgle. And Nurgle and you would think that Typhus is the poster child for Nurgle, which to a point I would say sure. However, that's just simply not true. Nurgle absolutely loves Mortarion. He is a constant cycle of decay, of despair, and self-loathing it's a constant cycle, which is what Nurgle is, decay in that constant cycle. And it's truly tragic because he's never happy, never ever happy. And if you've read The Lords of Silence, which is a Chaos book focused on the Death Guard, and his Primarch book, and I've read both of them, it's just so sad to see it because he genuinely wants the people who suffer under the same conditions as him to succeed. But his critical flaw is once he leaves, these people are no better than when he found them. And it's really just tough to see because he'll always be in this perpetual state of suffering and just anguish. And it's just so rough. And again, it's like Angron is up there. Believe it, 100%. Angron for me is the most tragic, but just thinking about it deeply, Mortarion is very, very close to that spot, I think. I mean, that again, please let me know in the comments down below who you think the most tragic Primarch is. You could say Kurz. I won't really believe that. I don't even know. You could say Fulgrim to a degree, but I wouldn't say that. Again, it has to be, besides Angron, it would be Mortarion. That's just final. Other than that, I'm out. But again, let me know in the comments. I'm really curious as to what people are going to say on this topic.